All right, this next guy coming out here, he's originally from New York City, but he now lives here in Kansas City. He calls this place home. He is doing a comedy taping at Live at Gotham in New York City next week. God, give a huge Kansas City welcome to Reyes.
Don, you get around. I'm Reyes. I'm originally from New York City, but I've been living here for 5 years. This is my home, and my entire goal since I've been here is to become more like you. Because everything I've heard about people from the Midwest is true. You are substantially more polite than people are on the East Coast where I'm from. You are lovely people. You've even learned to suffer politely. Tell me you haven't heard this one. Midwest Hemorrhoid Treatment Center. Don't suffer in silence. In New York, that commercial goes, my butt crack is on fire! I will be back in New York soon. I'm taping a show for Live at Gotham. I suggest visiting New York. It's a great place. There's tons to do. And if you're intimidated by the big city, remember this. They have tour guides. That is so cool. They have tour guides, professionals, that will show you the sights of the city. You know what they don't have? Tour guides that were born in New York City. You never knew that somehow a child who spent in Uganda qualified you to show you Manhattan. I never had so many Africans trying to show me my own hometown. And they come from out of nowhere. They're like, go with me, my friend. Go with me. Come with me, my friend. I will show you the sights of New York. Over there is the Empire Statue of Liberty building. It is very tall, my friend. It would take a monkey a long time to climb to the top. Over there is F.A. Schwartz. They make bagels for children. And the entire time it got me thinking, I wonder if there are tour guides from America in Nigeria. You get off the plane and it's fitting from Brooklyn. Like, everybody, pay attention! If you will focus your attention, oh, a freaking lion! New York's cool, but too politically correct. There's always something going on. Last time I was there, I actually saw a protest rally to lower the size requirements for firemen. They want to make it easier to become a fireman, because little people are running around going, we have a right to become a fireman! Boulder Dash! Let me tell you something, when you are in the 70th story of a burning building, the last thing you want to see is some little half of Mexican Oompa Loompa coming in. Follow me! Follow me! I know the way out! We can fit in the pipes! We represent la Pipaki! So let me tell you some of the things I will not talk about. I do not talk about porn. Because porn doesn't answer the questions that I have about porn. Such as, why is it that everybody that's ever been in a porn movie, a porn star? There are no porn extras. Which is what I want to be. There's some guy in the back with his junk flapping in the breeze. For no other reason than to give depth and character to the story. I don't talk about weed, because there is nothing funny about an old man with memory loss. Oh yeah, you guys smoke weed and it's funny. Yeah, I forgot the ski! And I did smoke weed. I smoked a lot of weed. You know you're smoking a lot of weed when you drop the baggie and you sweep it up and you end up sweeping up twice as much as you drop. And you shake the cat till an ounce falls out of it. You guys are lifting my spirits. You really are. And as you can see, I'm old. Not getting old. I'm old. Now let me give you the news. There are two kinds of people in the world. Old and soon to be old. And it's not subtle. It happens like this. One minute you're young, you're hip, you're happy. You get your junk mail from what? Harley Davidson. Be a rebel, buy a chopper. Next minute you're like me, getting your junk mail from the scooter store. You're not trying to stay contemporary. I have piercings. At one point or another, I've had every part of my body pierced. Ears, eyebrow, I still have my nose pierced, labret, nipple. That's pretty cool. Whole part. I went to see if I could get them all paid for by Medicare. Where are you sneaking off to? Pee-pee or poo-poo? He doesn't see me in this big red shirt. These older people that hates the younger generation. Live your lives, man. Enjoy it. Don't let anybody tell you to live anywhere differently. There's nothing that I want from you. But if they did offer me a choice, if they said, Rob, you could take one thing back from the younger generation back to yours, it would have to be cyberbullies. Because you know what they had when I was a kid? Real bullies. You know how much easier my life would have been in 1964 if all I had to deal with is, dear Ron, you fat, stupid Puerto Rican, give me all of you our lunch $sign, or I will unfriend you. Real bullies. The kind of guys who would punch you in the face and snatch your lunch money. And you went 10 blocks out of your way to avoid them. And you hung out in abandoned neighborhoods that nobody went to. Where are you going to hang out to avoid a cyberbully? Pinterest? Now I try to stay fit, but it's not out of vanity. I know that the those days where I attract women are over, sad to say. So my physical fitness program is based on economics. It is vital to my personal economy that I fit into the clothing I own. It's either that or buy a new wardrobe, and I can't do it. You know, it's possible for a big guy to look good. Biggie Small, man, he was a sex symbol. But Biggie wore $8,000 suits. I buy my suits at a place called Today's Man. That means the clothing has to fit this man today. Hey, one thing, I'm also never going to be one of these older people that's always going on and on about how bad people's music is. I hate that. My parents used to tell me all the time, yeah, your music stinks. Those lyrics don't make any sense. Ha! They used to listen to a song that went, hold tight, hold tight, hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Yeah, but I'm a sequel in my life. Yeah, that's some real save the world stuff. Yeah, we beat Hitler with the Andrews Sisters and swing music. Every generation has songs with wonky lyrics. When I was a kid, there was a song that went, you're so far away. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? When I first heard that, I thought it was a plaintive love song. Then I listened again, and I thought, maybe it's a complaint. from a sniper. There's a great band called The Doors. People wear the shirt and have no idea about the band. Jim Morrison used to sing, "When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange." Nonsense! When you're strange, people will remember you till the day you die. The kid that used to eat paste? Mickey Johnson, yeah! He's 85, and I remember him! Another great group called The Clash. People wear the shirt, no idea about the band. They used to have a song that went, "Should I stay or should I go now? If I stay there will be trouble. If I leave it will be double." There's your answer. Sounds like a straight math problem to me. When I was a teenager or a young adult, I used to go to the disco. Disco music was cool because everything involved dance. Everything was about dance. There was a song that went, "I took my trouble to the dance floor." Can't do that anymore. Take their troubles to the dance floor. Laid off, unemployment is going to run. Where are you going while you're off to? The simple fact is that parents have been complaining about kids' music as long as there have been parents, kids, and music. I bet you Beethoven's father probably told him, "Ach, du liebe Ludwig, how can you listen to this? La 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 la, la 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 la. What are you, deaf?" But there was a clear sign that I was getting old when my agent sent me out for an ED commercial. You know, the erectile dysfunctional. Come on, man! It was like, "Wow, this is a blue pill. It's a national commercial, lots of money." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's ED. I don't know what's worse. Being known as the guy with the floppy manicotti, or being that Nimrod on TV that goes, 'It's happy.'" I love the disclaimers they always have in these products. I always tell you things like, consult a doctor to see if you're healthy enough for sex. Are you serious? We're men! We're like, okay. What's the other one they say? If you should experience an erection of longer than 4 hours, consult a doctor to avoid injury. Injury! You're not going to get sick, you're going to get hurt! How do you get hurt from a 4-hour skipping? You forget you got it and slam it in a car door? Thanks for a lovely evening, honey. I'll call you back. No! You know what happens? You use it for the same 3 minutes you've been using it all your miserable life. Then you fall asleep like you've been falling asleep all your miserable life. And now you got a kickstand. And an hour into it, it snaps in half. And you know the really tragic thing? I didn't get the commercial. You want to know why? Because I'm too old. You never see someone like me that needs those ED pills? No. There was a commercial during the Super Bowl where an old man was going to get lucky. His wife was in bed, and he's got one blue pill left, and it falls out of his hand, falls out of the window, bounces halfway across Rome, ends up in the gas tank of a Fiat. That's because you little SOBs would rather see a car get a hard-on than an old man that needs it. Now, it's always some guy in his mid-40s, and he's got some salt and pepper hair, and he's driving a pickup truck, and he's got a gentlemen, my name is Rob Reyes. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Rob Reyes, everybody, give it up for him. All right, right, what should we do? Round of applause for your wait staff and your bartender that helped you